My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I know this movie has a bad rep, I know, but you need to hear me out that back when this movie was released, I was completely obsessed with it. Like, I rewatched this movie so many times. I thought it was the funniest movie ever, and I actually believe this was one of the first CDs I ever bought, and I just listened to the soundtrack on repeat. I even remember there was a school party, and everybody got to bring a CD, and we'd listen to one or two songs from each CD, and I brought the soundtrack to this movie. So, like, I have so much nostalgia here. And okay, I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely not good, but it's a serviceable enough movie. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Jason Lee. I know him from The Incredibles and some Kevin Smith movies. And I didn't really care for his work here. I just thought he was never believable. He never felt like a real person, and his comedic delivery was off, and it kind of just felt like he was sleepwalking throughout this entire movie. But I will give credit where it's due. He did nail the Alvin scream, so good job to him on that. David Cross is the best performance here because he understands what kind of movie he's in, and he just brought lots of personality to this character. Cameron Richardson is incredibly bland, and her character is just an unnecessary addition. This movie did not need a romance, and the romance is never convincing for a single second. Justin Long, Matthew Gray Gubler, and Jesse McCartney do a perfectly fine job as the three Chipmunks. So, the cast, but how is the story? I do like how this movie is about fame and trying to raise kids in a proper environment, and how big studio heads don't really care for your well-being. There are some good messages on display, but I found the storytelling incredibly rushed. Well, the first half takes its time. Good. But then as soon as the Chipmunks get famous, it just feels like it's speedrunning throughout the rest of the movie, and it just needed more time to develop properly. I never felt like the heartfelt moments really landed, and okay, let's talk about the music. Because this is a movie that relies on its soundtrack, and it's really just a high-pitched version of a bunch of popular songs. And I do like the cover of Bad Day, and of course the Christmas song is just iconic. But every other song here is really bad. Like, this movie needed a good soundtrack, and it definitely doesn't deliver. And yeah, that said, it's still not this terrible movie. It's light enough, it's entertaining enough, and I do think it has some legitimately funny moments. It's definitely more catered for kids, but you can still watch this movie and enjoy it enough. So I'm going to give Alvin and the Chipmunks a 5.5 out of 10. I forgot to talk about the CGI, but it's actually pretty serviceable. Nothing great, but you buy the Chipmunks enough. But Alvin and the Chipmunks, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.